Scaffolding, the hazards to consider. While the use of scaffolding is a popular method for working at heights, it does come with an inherent set of hazards that may lead to worker injury or even death. Let us discuss the most common hazards associated with working on or around scaffolding, and the measures and work practices to prevent or mitigate them. When scaffolds are not properly constructed, loose or weak planks can shift, break, or collapse, leading to devastating accidents. A collapsed scaffold can not only lead to serious personnel injury but also dump material and equipment to the ground, endangering other personnel on the work site. Therefore, scaffolds should always be constructed according to OSHA specifications. A competent person must ensure the structural integrity of scaffolds when components from different manufacturers are used together. Before use, all scaffold components must be thoroughly inspected to ensure they are in proper working order and not damaged in any way. Debris, tools, and other materials left lying around on scaffolds pose a dual hazard. First, debris and tools left on scaffolds pose a fall hazard which may result in workers tripping and falling off scaffolds. Second, these objects may fall off scaffolds and strike other personnel in the work area. Therefore, routine cleanup and inspection policies should be in place to avoid loose debris, fluids, and other building materials left unattended on scaffolds. At the end of the workday, all tools and building materials should be put away. Scaffolding may become damaged over time, that is, rusted, broken, or splintered, due to use and changing weather conditions. Damage and deterioration may render the scaffolding structurally unsound, causing it to collapse. Therefore, scaffolding should be inspected daily. Employees should be encouraged to report any observed damage or deterioration to their supervisors. Scaffolds are built in the upward direction, and because of their height, they may intersect with overhead power lines. Contact with the power lines can lead to electrocution, especially if the scaffold is made of metal. As per OSHA specifications, scaffolds should be built at least 10 feet away from any overhead power lines. If a scaffold is to be moved in the vicinity of overhead power lines, a competent worker should be assigned to observe the clearance and warn others if the minimum distance is not maintained. Electrically conductive tools or materials should not be used where they may contact overhead power lines. Personal protective equipment, personal fall arrest systems, and guardrails are essential when working on scaffolds. An absence of adequate fall protection equipment and systems exposes workers to fall hazards. OSHA requires that employers provide fall protection for each employee on a scaffold, more than 10 feet above a lower level. Finally, untrained workers present a major hazard on a worksite where scaffolding is used. Workers who are not trained in the correct use of safety equipment or the specific ways to ascend, move, and work on scaffolds, will be more prone to accidents. Therefore, workers should be trained and educated on the hazards of working at heights, to help them make informed decisions about their own safety, and the safety of those around them. Supervisors should conduct safety briefings before the start of each work day to reinforce safety standards and safe work practices.